Buenos días, bienvenidos a todos al segundo workshop que tenemos en la red Innova. Es el segundo año que estamos aquí. Hemos traído a un evangelista de la comunidad de developers, Saulius Tukauskas, que es la persona que va a enseñarnos mucho sobre los pagos móviles, sobre todo lo que hoy se puede hacer en pagos móviles y yo soy la responsable de desarrollo de negocio de PayPal España y Portugal. Y bueno, básicamente la agenda va a ser innovación en los pagos móviles. Vamos a enseñaros unos cuantos ejemplos sobre pagos móviles, sobre lo que se puede hacer, sobre lo que no. Ejemplos locales, además hemos traído a un invitado muy especial también. Sobre todo vamos a dejar espacio para preguntas que me parece que surgirán, ¿no? Supongo que muchos de vosotros estáis desarrollando o habéis desarrollado ya aplicaciones móviles. Yo creo que va a ser muy útil. Vamos a hacerlo lo más práctico posible. Gracias.
Thank you, Aider. I'm going to switch to English. Hello, everyone. My name is Solus. I'm Developer Community Manager for PayPal in Europe, and I travel a lot around Europe, and I travel to different events, and I talk with developer community and with startup community, and I see many great examples how mobile is changing the way we do things, the way we pay, the way we shop, and so on. So I want to share with you today some of those examples. I want to show you a list of applications which I think are great and which are doing really innovative things. I also want to share with you today do's and don'ts when you're developing your apps. So maybe do some quick reality check. How many of you are in mobile industry, developing applications or have applications? Okay, about half of the audience. So it's going to be interesting for you. And who are not developing applications yet, you will see that it's quite a growing industry, so you might think about going there. So I'm going to share some do's and don'ts. I'm going to go through examples how to simplify your application, how to get your users happy, and how can you use different technologies to make your smartphone applications smart. I'm going to go as well to some products which are out there, which we provide to developers and maybe some other companies do to help you to achieve those targets. So let's go quickly to the next slide. And innovations in mobile payments. So what I'm talking about here is what is changing. So I'll show you a great list of applications, which I already mentioned before, which allow you to do interesting things. Then I'll go to do's and don'ts, and then I'll show you some video and some inspiration of what will happen in the future. Our director, John Lunn, yesterday talked and showed you a lot of videos about the future. So I'm going to go a bit more into detail how it works, and maybe you can build this new next big startup based on those ideas and those inspirations, which I'm going to show you today. So what is changing? This is an interesting picture. You can see that actually humans changing, the same as technology. Well, it has a point. TVs are really getting smaller. But to be serious, the biggest thing I'm going to share with you, a little secret, that big companies are not in charge of product innovation and product design anymore. And you know who are? They are consumers. Consumers are in charge because now they are demanding good solutions. They are demanding quick ways of doing things. They do not tolerate a bad user experience on mobile applications because competition is quite big out there, and there's a lot of good applications. So users demand your application to be good. It doesn't matter, are you a big corporate or you're a small developer, small company providing nice services through mobile. And this is really interesting because small companies, small developers, they don't have a lot of resources, so they go out there, they talk with their users, and they really build nice user interfaces. And we're going to go through the list today, through the list of applications. Some of them are built by big companies, some of them are built by smaller companies, but you will see some nice experiences, and I will explain you how these applications are changing the ways we pay. And I'm really glad to have today one of our partners, and I'm going to start this list from mobile application from Koreas. And please welcome the people from Koreas who are going to explain you a bit how this application works and what it does.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Blas Muñoz, yo soy responsable de productos telemáticos del canal Internet y móvil en Correos España. Creo que más o menos todos conocemos a Correos, ¿no? ¿Por qué estoy hoy aquí? Pues estoy aquí para contaros un poco el caso que hemos desarrollado la aplicación colaborando con PayPal, de algo que parece bastante lógico, ¿no?, cuando estamos hablando de un operador postal. ¿A qué nos dedicamos nosotros? Nos dedicamos a muchas cosas, pero lo que todo el mundo le llama o conoce de correos es que nos dedicamos a enviar cartas. Y dentro de esto de enviar cartas, pues parece que las tarjetas postales vienen a ser un poco lo mismo, ¿no? Entonces, siempre tenemos vocación de innovación y siempre estamos buscando y estamos llevando a cabo proyectos que nos hagan innovar tecnológicamente y en muchos campos. Y vimos que para introducirnos dentro del canal móvil, que nos parece un canal absolutamente relevante y de futuro, de presente y de futuro realmente, vimos que lo mejor era entrar con algo que, innovando y posicionándonos en este canal, fuese algo muy intrínsecamente nuestro, de correos. Y vimos que lo más lógico sería entrar en un servicio como este, el servicio ICAR, es decir, un servicio que te permite, a partir de una foto que tú tengas en tu teléfono móvil, en tu dispositivo, en tu tablet, o en una que hagas en el mismo momento, te permite convertirla en una postal física. Tomamos la fotografía desde el móvil, estemos donde estemos, y Correos la imprime y la deposita en el buzón físico del domicilio de la persona a la que va dirigida. Claro, esto tiene muchas aplicaciones prácticas. Todos hacemos montones de fotos, ¿no?, cuando estamos de vacaciones y demás, miles de fotos. Pero al final nos revelamos muchas. Y sí que nos gustaría compartir algunas de ellas, ¿no? Pues esta es una manera estupenda, porque estamos cogiendo las fotos que más nos gusten y en vez de coger una postal del lugar donde estemos, estándar, la hacemos una foto nuestra y se la enviamos a quien queramos, con el texto que queramos. Ventajas, además, que aunque estemos en Australia, la postal, si hablamos del caso español, se imprime aquí, tiene tarifa de envío nacional y va a llegar enseguida, no va a tener el desplazamiento. ¿Por qué vimos el interés en hacer esto junto con PayPal? Pues porque PayPal nos ofrecía la solución más sencilla en cuanto a desarrollo, la seguridad y el conocimiento que todo el mundo tiene ya en el mercado de Internet de PayPal, y porque es muy cómodo. Cuando nos planteamos el desarrollo, estuvimos viendo distintas soluciones y al final, en aquel momento, todas te llevaban a, en mitad del proceso, tenerte que salir de la aplicación, en el fondo. Tenías que abrir un navegador o embeber un navegador, en fin, algo ya un poco incómodo, ¿no?, en la experiencia de uso. Sin embargo, PayPal nos proporcionaba librerías que directamente nos metían en el proceso de pago sin salir de la aplicación en absoluto. Y además, nos proporcionaban un TPV si queríamos hacer el pago con tarjeta. O sea, ideal. O sea, la experiencia ha sido fantástica, funciona perfectamente y estamos encantados de haberlo podido hacer con ellos. Además, aprovecho para deciros, ¿cómo se hace esto? Es facilísimo. Haces una foto, coges una foto, rellenas el texto, metes la dirección y los datos del destinatario donde va, o múltiples destinatarios, confirmas, o sea, editas la imagen, la puedes recortar, ampliar, en fin, la retocas como quieras y directamente te vas a la pantalla de pago, metes tus datos de la cuenta PayPal y se acabó. O sea, entonces, lo que quería también deciros es que estamos ahora dándola a conocer la aplicación. A partir del lunes que viene vamos a poner en marcha, esto a lo mejor aquí, a los señores de PayPal, durante 15 días vamos a poner el envío de una postal gratuita la primera vez que te descargues la aplicación para que la pruebes, ¿no? Antes de irte de vacaciones, que la pruebes y que veas que realmente funciona y que la calidad de los envíos que hacemos es muy buena, la verdad. Está mal que yo lo diga, pero es muy buena. Y el precio estupendo, porque es 1,50 el envío todo. Impresión, envío a domicilio, franqueo, todo. 1,50, todo incluido, impuestos incluidos. Y nada más, esto era lo que quería contaros, esta experiencia que ha sido y está siendo estupenda, colaborando con PayPal. Muchas gracias.
Okay, back to English. Thanks a lot for our guest. Really nice application. Let's go to a next application, which I have on my list, and it's application Grupalia. So this application allows you to get coupons and to get big discounts. What's interesting about those applications is that mobile phone is always with you. It knows your location, and I will talk about it later. It is really smart. So it knows where you are, it knows other habits of yours. So mobile phone can actually offer discounts which are relevant to you. And you don't want to see discounts which you don't care about. And on the website, you have to browse, you have to find the discounts and so on. But when you think about a smartphone and applications, mobile applications, they can help you to find these discounts based on your behavior and based on where you are. So this application is using exactly that. And of course, using us for payments, but we will talk about our payment flow later. But it is a very nice example of how it's changing. Telepizza. It is a very simple application, but very nice. And again, you want to buy your pizza quickly, and if you decide to have it, you want to buy it now. So you don't have to go to any pizza store or order it or ring someone. You just go there, select your pizza, and buy it. And even if this application is simple, it is a good example how simplicity can help to solve the problems. If you want to eat pizza, you can get it really quickly. It's a Spanish application, really nice and really popular. And if application is simple, it means, again, the flow has to be simple. So you can see a few print screens here. You don't want user to enter a lot of details and so on. You just want them to enter a number and maybe PIN so they can pay and get their pizza. Because they are hungry, they don't have patience to enter all this information. Next application, and it's a really good application for ticketing. So it allows you to order tickets. And again, when you think about it, mobile is changing the way we buy tickets. Because if you had to go online and search for tickets, you have to provide your location, you have to give a lot of information to website to understand what you want to find. And here with mobile, you can clearly see, the mobile application can clearly see where you are and can clearly offer you tickets based on your location. It can also offer you last-minute offers because it knows your behavior, it knows what you want. So mobile platform is becoming a really good platform for offering those type of solutions. We go to next application, which is really cool. I like it a lot. It's not that I ate a lot of it in McDonald's, but I think that is disrupting this industry. So recently we launched application in France, and it is the French McDonald's. If you go to French McDonald's, you can buy McDonald's through the booths. They have some electronic booths. But if you want to order before you go, just want to decide, don't want to stand in these long queues, in McDonald's. Who has been in McDonald's, there are always queues, so you will be waiting for 5-10 minutes. But here you can pre-order, you pay, you get a small code, you go to McDonald's, and there is a special till there for people who are using this application, and you go there, there's no queue. You scan your code, you get your meal, and you go back home. It is as easy as that. And all the other people in the queue, of course, are angry at you, but that's the way it is. Technology is changing things. So it is a really good example. And again, it's worth to mention that you can find McDonald's probably. It's location as well. So you can find the closest McDonald's. You can save a lot of time. And it's all about simplicity and simplifying things for users. So let's go to United States. I'll show you another application, which we released in the United States. It's Triangle. You may be familiar with another form of plugin for phones, which I'm not mentioning. So what this application allows you to do, it allows you to accept credit cards. It allows you to accept credit cards. For small merchants, it's really good because it is a simple solution. And if you had to do business, and if you had to do some retailing business, you know that it is really complicated. You have to go to banks to get a merchant accounts. It is a really complicated process. But we're allowing you to actually start your business just buying the plugin, or you get it for free actually, and get application and start accepting payments. You can use your credit card, you can type your credit card details if you want, but only by swiping we capture the data. So we make it simple. So anyone now with the mobile phone can be accepting money straight away. It is interesting. In Europe, of course, it is a bit more difficult because in Europe we have chip and PIN for payments. And it is not so easy as only swipe. So to accept credit cards in Europe, you have to do a bit more. But hopefully, in the future, there will be something more. Okay, let's go to another, let's go to United Kingdom now. That's where I live, and weather is not actually so good as here. You guys are lucky. So we recently released an application which is called PayPal in-store. And you can see here some print screens, and you can see iPad and iPhone. So what it allows you to do, it allows, for customers, it allows you to go to shop, scan the items, automatically get discount which shop is offering on the products. So the amount is being deducted from total amount. And then you can just go and buy it and pay with PayPal in the application. And shop owners only have to have iPad, so it's not really complex for them. They can run it really simple. So if you're running your business, it's easy for you. A couple of things about it. So PayPal is actually going from online to offline, and it's not that it's us going from online to offline. It's actually these worlds are merging together. And as John said yesterday, it's kind of the trend is like this, that a lot of people do search. They go to the shop, they find an item which they like, for example, TV. They take their mobile out, they check price on Amazon, they see that it's 50% cheaper, and they just buy it. So basically, for shops, it's a big problem. So I think a lot of future is in those two merging worlds, and this application shows it. Another interesting secret about it, it works without network connection. Yeah, you heard it right. It works without network connection, so you don't have to have network connection or strong network connection in shops. If you use your mobile in shop, you know that network connection sometimes is really bad. And it's slow, it's slow. So this is the future, because without network connection, if you can do it, it means you can apply it to many other things. Okay, let's go to another app, which is, again, US. The company is from Estonia. It's like Eastern Europe. So this application is point of sales. So again, about the merchants. If you did some business and you had to get point of sales software, you know that it is very complicated software. And you have to pay big money, you have to buy a lot of hardware. What these guys did, they used cloud. And they said, we just create an application which is running on iPad, and everything will be happening on cloud. So merchants don't need to worry about all the hardware. We will take care of it, and they charge per month. And they simplified it so much that they became really popular. So we're really happy to partner with them. And last one I'm going to show you is, you've probably seen those around. So how QR codes are popular in Spain? Are they popular? No? Okay. They are kind of popular in Singapore, probably. So this is an example of bus stop. And in the bus stops, they do have these big boards where they have items. And while you're waiting for your bus, you can shop. You can shop and save your time. You just can scan the item and scan the barcode. It brings you to the store. You check out, you select the item, you pay straight away, and it's delivered next day to your home. We have some more interesting solution for that, but I'll show it to you later. So again, in Spain, probably not so popular. The rest of Europe, I don't know, but it is a part of innovation. So that's how mobile enables shopping, because if you had no mobile phone, you cannot do these type of things. So you will not do it from computer, you will not do it from laptop, but you can only do it from mobile, because you always have it and you can scan QR codes. Yes, so this was the list of our applications. Next, do's and don'ts. So as I mentioned, I want to go through several areas of mobile apps, which sometimes are not really well developed. How can you enrich that experience? And some examples. So first, so all the people who have their mobile applications, do you have these forms in your apps? Do you have these big forms where you're asking customers to enter data and where they have to type and a lot of fields? And who has these forms? Nobody, of course. You're good. You're good. Oh, yeah. Finally, there's some honest people in the room. Okay, so please don't ask your customers to enter this much of information, because if they are impatient on the websites, they don't like to enter that information. It takes them a long time. They're twice impatient on mobile. So, and it's harder to type on mobile as well. So your smartphone is smart. Use your smartphone smartness and surprise your users, I want to give you a couple of hints how to enrich. So first, pre-fill forms. If you can pre-fill forms for your customers, so for example, they have to register on your site, but you have to pre-fill form for them. How can you do it? So you can do it quite simply by allowing third-party sign-in applications. For example, a lot of people have Facebook accounts, and you can use Facebook Connect to log into your website or to your mobile application, and then you get information about the users. You can use some products from some other companies, but if you're in retail world and if you are in commerce, you can use PayPal Access. And we have the product which we allow people to use to log in to your website. So they log in to your site or to your application with PayPal account. What happens then? They agree to share some information with you once they're logging in, and your application, and you get this information. So you know their PayPal email address, you know their name, their surname, and if they agree to give you more, you can get their address as well. So you can pre-fill all the forms for them. You can do it for them, so you don't have to force them to type, and you can improve your application. So PayPal Access is a very good product. It works on web, and it works on mobile. And because we have only small TV screens, I never included actual print screens of PayPal Access, but please come to me after the speech if you want to see it. I have it running live on my laptop, and I can show you. I can explain you more. And I have some examples, and actually live, not video, but simulators running it. Second one, use your smartphone. So detect where users are. If you're asking, if they want to get a taxi, you can just get their location from GPS. Your smartphone can tell you where they are. Just don't ask them to tell or confirm. Less steps they have in a transaction, less steps the user has finalizing, the more likely they're going to come back to your app or going to recommend your app to their friends. This one is always good. So who in the room has 20 passwords to manage? Okay, 30? Yeah, we can go like this for maybe 10 minutes. But don't ask your users to create another password on your mobile application because it's just, they have too many passwords. So, and many applications do. Then you look and then you try it. Everyone wants to have their own login and everyone wants to have their own authentication system. But there are many tools out there which allow you to log in users with third-party logins. They already have registered their account with PayPal. They already provided us information, they confirmed it, and all their addresses, everything is confirmed. So if they're using PayPal Access to log into your application, we already did the job. We already confirmed everything. And we make sure that their PayPal email address, which we give them to you, it's real email address. So there are other solutions. So if you're in commerce or in electronic commerce world, PayPal probably is always one. But there's Facebook, there's the Google login, and there are many OAuth-based logins out there. So please use them and make your users happy. Okay, so let's go to another one. This is bad. So storing sensitive information in your app. So who is storing sensitive? Of course, nobody will tell. But I know from fact, because I'm a developer myself, and I talk with developers, a lot of them do. And still do. It's not a good practice. Because you can see if you can see on TV, recently we had some LinkedIn password leak, and there's some other things. So bad things do happen. If you store sensitive customer information or sensitive passwords or details in your phone, or credit card details, that's really bad. That's a really bad example, but some people probably do. It's something bad will happen, and it's not that apps are being hacked every second, but there are people out there who are actually living from it. And the worst thing is that your application can be not doing any harm, but other people can be using data which they get there, and you will not even know it, and your customers will not know it. And yeah, so you don't want to have this problem. So how can we actually help you, or how can you enrich your applications? So first, don't store these details, period. Second one is use third-party services. So there are many third-party services. And even, again, we're talking about PayPal Access a lot, but it really helps you. It really helps you because PayPal is quite secure system. We are most secure system on the web, and we do take care of security really, really well. And if you use PayPal Access, we make sure that all the customer data is stored on PayPal side. And you can get it anytime, but it's not on your application. It's not on the phone. And that is important. Authentication service, so again, there are many services which allow you to do that. But so use third-party software to do this. Okay, and I know that it's about 80% of information I told you today you're going to forget. That is the stats. So I want you to remember one thing from this workshop, that your smartphone is smart. And don't forget that. When you're building applications, you always think that your smartphone can actually do many smart things. It can find your address. It can decide of what to offer to user. It can calculate. It can do some analytics and decide on user behavior. This is the way forward. And many application developers and people who are in application and even in payments industry, they are not using it enough. Your smartphone is a big computer. Computers do a lot of big things. So remember that when you're doing your applications. Thinking outside the box. Okay, so I finished that part, and I wanted to present to you one video. I know John is in the room, and he will not probably be happy, but I want to show John last year in La Web, where he presented this innovative product. He's wearing a Christmas hat, which is kind of funny, but let's try and see.
Okay, we're here with John from PayPal, and this is a really impressive mashup of two technologies here. Tell us about it.
So we work with Screen Reach. So essentially, I was walking down a high street in the middle of the night, it was around midnight, and I noticed all the shops were closed. Of course they are, but I suddenly thought, this is stupid. They're closed, they're useless. It's night. So came up with the idea and thought, hang on, how can we make those windows work for the shops? How can I buy stuff when the shop's closed? So I knew the guys from Screen Reach through some of the mentorship programs, and I thought, okay, here's an opportunity. So what we've built here on the screen is an app. Basically, this is a shop window. So we've taken a holographic film and we've applied it to the back of the window, and behind it we put a projector. So I'm now going to use the Screen Reach app, and I'm going to actually connect to that window. Internet permitting. So now, if you look, it's changed on my phone, but now if you look at the window, which is about to wake up, I can now see the shop window. And using my phone, I can now drive that window. Hopefully. There you go.
So basically, what you see on your phone is then projected onto the window.
Well, it's not projected, it's actually synced.
Yeah, it's synced together. Yeah, it's linked, yeah.
So there's nothing actually on my phone. The items, the inventory and the stock is sitting on the server and in the shop itself. So I can pick my size, and I can, of course, go and order that item. So if I order the item, it adds it to PayPal on my basket, but it's on my phone, it's not on the window.
Yeah.
So then I check out on my phone and it's delivered to my house next day. And the shop is now suddenly useful again.
That's amazing. No problem. Window shopping, the next
Real
generation.
window shopping, we call it.
Fantastic. And when can people use this?
We should.
Oops. Stopped. Okay.
Should have
so
it running in Oxford Street.
No, come on, John. Shut up. Okay, so you all seen it. It's thinking outside the box. I have a slide on it, actually. Yes, so what do you think? You liked it? Do you understand what happened? So what we took all these windows, which are empty for shops, and we created a user interface. So for customers, they can actually buy things in the shop even if the shops are closed. And that's quite a big thing. And what is interesting, again, I was talking with Ada, my colleague, earlier today, and she mentioned one thing. Imagine, this is a sale, Christmas sale, for example, and there are a lot of discounts, and you're kind of late, you're coming from work, and you're not sure will some items in the shop be tomorrow, or you don't want to come to this shop at 5 o'clock in the morning. So what you do, you just open your application and you buy them in the shopping window and you forget about it because they are delivered to your home next day or after a few days. So it is the way we innovate. But generally speaking, it's interface. So how does it work? I will explain you quickly. How many techies we have in the house? How technical I can go? Who of you are technical? Oh, 2. Okay, very high level then. Okay, so you open this server and you... You know, this Linux is really... Okay. So basically, e-commerce stores. So they are being run by content management systems, what they call it. So on the back end, you have content management system, which actually manages all the content. And these content management systems, because they are already serving websites, this application can be connected to them. So shop owners don't have to actually go and enter these details and add all the items. Items are already in the database, so shops already have these items. So the server actually in the store can connect to this database, and it can get all the information from there. And it can display it on the window. It's as easy as that. So for shops, it's quite cheap. They only need projector, they need some holographic film, and that's about it. There is an application on mobile phone which is free. So for users, it is free. It's just another experience for them. And it is an interesting project. And we worked with our partners as well. So I go around and talk with many startups and many developers and so on. And if you guys are creating something interesting, something similar to this, come and talk to us. And let's see, maybe we will be able to do something together. But it's all about innovation. It's all about smaller companies which can change the world now. They can change user experiences, they can change technology, and it's nice to see that happening. So I will leave it with the shopping window, and I want to invite Ada, my colleague, to talk about another cool thing which we did recently and which you can actually use now. So thanks, Ada.
Thank you. So I think it's here. Pues sí, un caso muy interesante que de hecho acabamos de desarrollar es con nuestro partner UNICEF, el poder hacer donaciones desde el móvil. Han desarrollado una web móvil en cosa de prácticamente 2 semanas, o un poquito menos incluso. Han desarrollado una web móvil donde han incluido el botón de donar con PayPal. Realmente lo único que han hecho es integrar un pago express de PayPal. Y esta es la experiencia que se ve, ¿no? Como veis, simplemente entras en la página de UNICEF, bueno, entras en la página, como veis, de hecho, en este roll-up tenéis un código QR que podéis escanear, que os lleva a la página de UNICEF adaptada a móvil. En el momento que veis el botón donar, dais a donar, elegís la cantidad y con vuestro usuario y contraseña de PayPal o con vuestra tarjeta de crédito, que una de las cosas también interesantes aquí es que PayPal puede ser ofrecida como solución única de pago. Lo mismo que ocurre, por ejemplo, en la aplicación de correos. Ellos han integrado PayPal como solución única de pago, donde el que no es usuario de PayPal puede pagar con su tarjeta de crédito a través del móvil. Un formulario también de pago con tarjeta adaptado a móvil. Y en ese momento pulsas en donar y automáticamente ya está hecho todo. Concretamente, os animo a todos los que hayáis donado en la aplicación de UNICEF utilizando este método o los que queráis donar ahora, que todavía estáis a tiempo, podéis pasaros a saludar a mi amigo Paco, que está ahí, que probablemente tenga un regalo muy especial para vosotros. Gracias. Y bueno, pasamos a la parte de preguntas. No sé si queréis aprovechar, hacemos preguntas ahora en inglés para Saulius, o me las podéis hacer en español y yo las puedo traducir si es necesario que Saulius las conteste, o no sé cómo andamos de tiempo. ¿Cómo andamos de tiempo? ¿Estamos bien? ¿Podemos hacer preguntas? Vale. Pues no sé, si alguno de vosotros tiene alguna pregunta. Empezamos por ahí.
Hi. I want to know what do you think about NFC and what do you think about the future, and what about the TV payments? What are you doing about that two issues?
Okay, so first question is about NFC. So for those who are not techies in the room, it's near-field communications technology, which allows your phone to communicate with other devices on some without wireless distance. So basically, you can get your phones close and they can talk with each other. It's a quite old technology. It's existing for 10 years already. So to be honest, I still would like to see it becoming better and picking up, because it's not moving anywhere. I don't know what are your thoughts about it, and you can tell soon. But so it's a hardware problem. So it's hardware manufacturers who have to embed it. So they have to actually go and change hardware to do it. And we know how hard it is because there's so many hardware manufacturers. They have to agree. They always fight. They compete and so on. If it was only software problem, you can create software and it can run on many hardware devices. But because it's hardware devices, you need physical. So I think that slows it down. And of course it's good and we are ready for it because our PayPal application on Android is actually NFC enabled. So you can send money between two devices, and if your phone is NFC enabled and you have a PayPal application, you will see a small widget which you can add on your screen. And you can just request money or send money with this widget. So we are ready. We are waiting for it to spread. That is does that answer your question? And the second one is DB payments? Television, TV payments, sorry, TV payments. Wow, that is a hot area. I think it is really hot area because we cannot get rid of these TVs, right? We still like watching them, and we sit in front of TV and we browse on iPad. This is the stats, that's what people do. So I think that is a powerful future.
Less than 1% on the store. Why using PayPal? You have to pay 2.7.
So the question is that
why using PayPal if McDonald's, the current payment gateway, it's a lower commission? It's 1%. Why using PayPal? Which is, McDonald's. Yeah, in McDonald's, in one case, in a retail. I mean, the question is why using PayPal if they have current payment gateways that are more cheaper?
yeah, so it's a good question, but at the same time, you think about PayPal as a wallet in a cloud which actually has a lot of people who are using it. So by using PayPal, you attract all those people and they can spend money in your store. So that is an important thing, right? So people who were not shopping at your place before now are shopping because people treat PayPal as kind of secure brand, and they understand that PayPal is taking care of security and everything, and they trust the brand. So we are quite a big brand and a big company. So I think that's what we bring on the table.
So that's what your main differentiation from Isettle or other payment gateways like Square.
So another thing. So it's okay. Square is growing big and it's growing, but in payments, are you from payments industry?
Yeah.
It's a tough industry, and you probably know that chargebacks and refunds are a pretty tough thing. So when it comes for your customers actually asking for money back and they don't really like the item, then all the problems start. Because who is responsible for that? So we in PayPal actually have really big teams, thousands of people working on it. So we have big teams which are handling chargebacks, and so we provide this value. So if other gateways don't, and we provide experience and actually chargebacks. So we, for customers, they know that even if they didn't got their item, we will refund them, right? So they
Yeah, there is a big number of buyers that are used to pay with PayPal, and they know that if they select PayPal, they will just enter their username, password, and I'm done, basically. No? So if I'm used to pay in 3 clicks, why should I enter my credit card details or any other detail? No? We have around, in Spain, we have more than 1.7 users, active users. These people prefer to pay with PayPal. I mean, they are used to pay with PayPal in Telepizza or Rivalia, so why should they? Why would they select our payment method? No? And you, as a merchant, have to know that, no? That you want to give facility, no, to these people.
And just the last question: in the UK, the solution you are developing currently, what is your rate of penetration in the UK? How many?
what solution do you mean?
PayPal in store.
So we just launched it actually. So by penetration, you mean how many stores do we have, or?
Yeah, because I thought yesterday I watched on the presentation that you had a Pizza Express.
Yeah, so it is a different project though. The Pizza Express is a different project. Pizza Express is a nice app. I haven't included it on the list, but it allows you to pay for your pizza without waiting queues. Again, simplifies you. So with your receipt, you actually get 12-digit number in the bottom of the receipt. So in Pizza Express app, you enter this 12-digit number, and then application hooks you with the, not you, but actually mobile phone, with the point of sales device in the pizza store, and you just can pay with PayPal, and the lady who is serving you is informed that you already paid. So you're saving your time, you're saving everyone's sales time. So the penetration, then you think about PayPal, our penetration in the UK is quite big, John, right? It's like...
So to answer the question, so we only launched in store 2 weeks ago, and we're live in 230 stores already.
Yeah, I'm kind of more geek. Okay, so please.
Voy a hablar en español, si me ayudas. Bien, yo soy colombiana y hago parte de un programa del Ministerio TIC colombiano que se llama AppsCo. Cuando escuchamos al primer invitado, que con respecto a la aplicación de correos, hablaba de que PayPal, digamos, había hecho como una asesoría o los había colaborado en el desarrollo de esa aplicación. Quisiera saber cómo fue ese mecanismo de colaboración y si existiría la posibilidad de que PayPal, digamos, pudiera asesorar o hacer alguna especie de entrenamiento a emprendedores colombianos que trabajan en nuestro programa.
So she's from Colombia, okay. And she's basically asking, no, because Blas was telling us that we have been collaborating together to develop this application for Correos, no? Basically, the collaboration that we have done is that we support technically all developers. So if you have any problem or if you want more information about how to develop an application, first go to x.com. So in x.com you have a big platform of developers, which is PayPal's platform, and you can find a lot of information there, and also you can get support. No, first of all, and she was asking how can we support them also in Colombia, no, for developers.
Okay, it's not my region, but I will tell you. So basically, as Aidan mentioned, x.com is a good resource. So we have x.com/PayPal. If you go there, you will find a lot of resources. So it's not only books and PDFs. We actually have code, which is already ready to go. So you just take this code, change a couple of lines, compile it, and it's running. And basically, our integrations are really easy. So I'm working with the developer community about 2 years now, and they love it because the library, which Korea's used as well, it's mobile library. It's very easy to integrate. We have examples, and all our examples come with already working applications. So your developers can just take a look at what we did, and I did some examples in some developer workshops where I showed how to integrate it, and it usually takes 5 minutes. Okay. So it might take a bit longer for you because you're not familiar, but 10 minutes will be okay.
Hello, thanks for your nice and entertaining presentation.
The pricing is the same. So our pricing is shown in our website. If you don't know it, you can pay. If you start with PayPal, you will pay 3.4% plus 35 cents. For each transaction, and it's the only payment you do to PayPal. There is no fee for creating your PayPal account. There is no fee for withdrawing funds. There is no fee for adding funds. And the minimum pricing is 1.9% and the 35 cents. And depending on your volumes, you will change your fee. And this is the fee that we offer, no? So in Telepizza, if they have more, their volume is more than 100,000 euros, they will get this pricing. If Correos volume is the same or less, they will get the specific fee. So this is the agreement we have financially, no? And to be clear, it's the same pricing for all our products.
Thanks.
Those prices, how does it compare with other competitors?
In Spain, we are not cheap. So comparing with, it's a good way to say it, no? So. No, but basically, well, if you are interested in the Spanish market, we are the second more preferred payment method in Spain in the internet. So, and the first one is credit cards, it's bank gateways, no? And definitely we are more expensive than them. But we offer, as Saulius was saying, we are offering, actually, one of the things that we are an online payment method, we're online and mobile, no? While a credit card gateway is not only that, it's a bank. First of all, it's a bank that is offering many services. It's not only offering the services of being an online gateway, no? So, yeah, if we start with that, we see that we are putting all our focus on being an online payment method, no? So we are putting all the resources for security and safety, we are putting all the resources in usability, which is very important, and that's why many merchants, why many buyers prefer to pay with PayPal, no? Because they know that if they select PayPal, they are not going to take your credit card, type the 16 credit card numbers, etc. No? So we are putting a lot of investment in usability, in being a fast payment method and a secure payment method, and that's why our costs also are higher. No.
The question. One question for Saulius here.
10 minutes.
You mentioned different applications, and I understand that there are at least 4 or 5 different ways of paying mobile payments.
Yes.
You mentioned in-store, out of the store. You talk about different kinds of mobile payments. I'm going to ask you to make a prediction for us for the future. Do you think there's room for all of them? In 10 years' time, which one will be successful? Not in-store, out of the store?
You mean the payment method in general? Okay.
Especially the different kind of mobile payments, because you talk about paying in the store, outside the store, when the payment, when the point of sale is mobile, you also talk about. I know there are some merchants that even develop their own mobile payment platform, like Starbucks did. So which one are going to be successful in 10 years' time?
So the answer to that would be that first, I think that we have to do what we do best. So Starbucks serves coffee really good, right? They are not payments company. So if they are developing their platform, something is not good. So they have to, and I think in business it works this way, right? So we are payments company, we do payments. So that was some funny thing, but I think that the future is that the companies who specialize in payments, like PayPal and others, we have to make user experience really good, because user experience matters a lot. And the company which addresses that best will be there. And as John showed, I don't know, have you seen the video about zombie apocalypse yesterday? It's a good video. It's actually, you can even survive zombies and everything with PayPal. But what it actually shows as well, that users want and customers want quick experience. They want one-click experience in payments. And if you're talking about mobile, so this phone, you always carry it with you. Wherever you go, so it knows a lot about you. It knows a lot. Of course, you have to have decision power, because if phone had chance to decide for you, that's not good. But the experience, if it's one click, if you go walk along the store and then you see something, some interesting advertisement or voucher coming to your phone with discount, but for an item which you're looking for a month already, and you kind of were searching it around it, and now you see that this specific item has this discount. So I think that is the future. The future is phones are smart, you're carrying it with you, it has a lot of power, and application builders can actually use it and build very smooth experiences for users. So I think in the future that it will be really easy to pay. And another quick thing I will say, that I think payment has to go in the background. So you pay a lot of money for things. So it's already bad experience. So you don't want another painful experience of entering something in the phone. So I think that is the future. It will be very simple. Eder, you want to add something?
No. I could definitely replicate what you're saying. No, I think that we have.
Okay.
Can you name a company, an online merchant, like on the web, that really offers a great user experience, like end-to-end, would say like Amazon does, like in the payments, that is integrated with PayPal?
There's one big one. It's eBay. Yes, so
but
they're quite good.
eBay, okay. But eBay, so in the part where you can express buy something. Okay.
There's a lot of companies using us. The thing is, with our checkout system, you don't need to enable it. So if anyone comes to your website from a mobile phone and clicks on PayPal, the experience is mobile automatically. Because we detect their phone, we know it's an iPhone, and we put them through the next one. So we go and see retailers a lot, and we will tell them how much percentage of their transactions are coming from phones, because they don't know. So any retailer taking PayPal has a perfect mobile experience.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
But then second,
yes.
I mean, do you offer then software to manage all the chargebacks, people who blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
So it's all online?
Yes, definitely. We have, as I mentioned, we have very big teams actually handling it.
And are there like third-party solutions, software to manage like all the transactions that haven't gone through, or it's all done with your tools?
So we have APIs.
Yes.
Okay.
APIs if you want to write your own.
Okay.
People use the APIs and build it into their ERP.
Uh-huh.
But so the way that we do chargebacks, if someone complains, then we connect the seller and the buyer, and we ask them to sort it out before we go to chargeback, because then we can save everyone money and problems. Because usually it's a stupid problem. Very rarely something that's not. But if it does come to that, we manage it through the chargeback.
Okay, but then is there any like standard, like very used solution, the software that has the API with you that to do it? Your online system, okay.
Yes. But if you're creating your own solution, and yes, we have a lot of technologies, and they all work as web services. So whatever you're building, we have API for it. We have a lot of APIs. So if you want to talk about it later, we can.
Okay.
Here.
Yes, so we have another question. Yep.
We're developing a game for, we will sell it in App Store, and it has a free version just for promoting, and then the premium version it sell on stores, physical stores, and we are thinking how to sell it as an in-app purchase. It's a bit expensive, about $50, $60 or euros. It's a bit expensive for a game. What do you think is the best solution for us? It's an application, you download it, you can start play, but then if you really want to do the big whole game experience, you need to buy hardware. You can buy it on the shops, or we want to sell it.
Okay, so you can use our payment. So what Apple actually do, they do allow you to use PayPal if you are selling physical goods, and for digital goods they want you to use their own payment system, which they have in applications, which is quite complex as well, comparing to our libraries. Because you have each item you're selling, you have to upload to the store, and you have to do many things. And of course, not to mention, they are charging 30%. But if you're yes, talking about fees, right? But if you are selling physical goods, so for example, in your case, you're selling hardware. Yeah, so you definitely can use our libraries. We can talk after the workshop. I can show you how it works. It's optimized experience. We invest a lot of in user experience, actually design, and it's nice looking, and it's in application, so you don't have to redirect users anywhere. So basically, they decided to buy it in your game. It's just a small window pops up, and they just enter their details. The window closes, and your application is getting notification that user paid or not, and you can continue the game.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other questions?
Sorry, this is the second question, but I'd like to ask you, do you see the telecom industry movements into payment section as a threat in your roadmap or as a challenge? Hopefully the last.
John, can I give this to you?
So it's interesting. So the telecoms industry has some infrastructure. We bought a company called Zong 2 years ago. So we can charge your transaction on your mobile bill in 170 countries, I think. So we can already do that. Now, whether the mobile industry will become banks and whether the mobile industry want to become a bank is a question. You know, they've been talking about that for maybe 15 years. So let's see, but I don't really see my mobile bill as the main way I want to pay for things. I want to choose how I pay for things. So some things maybe I want to put on credit, some things I want to get now. Maybe a can of Coke, I want to put that on my mobile bill, but I don't want to put a TV on my mobile bill.
Do we have any more questions? I just want to let everyone know that if someone wants to speak or check our products again, as I said, I have them there. So just you can always contact me. And any last questions? No, so thank you all for coming. It was nice to talk with you.